it's great to see you. And in fact, it's kind of weird because of what we're going to be talking about, which I say congratulations on all the success and everything that's going on. But it's almost like it's. Has it been like a full year since you and I spoke? Because we spoke last year.
I think we spoke exactly a year ago tomorrow, I think,
I
about my
do.
last, or my single from last year.
Yeah, I do believe so because I remember asking you about, and which I could ask you again. How was the Stampede, and did you go?
Yes, I did. I have a Stampede cold right now, I think, like the rest of Calgary, because it was crazy fun and we were back in full swing, which was so awesome. So, yeah.
So happy for you, and great that we're getting a chance to talk again. Like, first off, I gotta say again, congratulations. First up with RBC Music, you have to be thrilled to be part of this program. How did this all connect with RBC and you? How did this all come about? Because I didn't even know you were part of this.
Yeah, I think I actually applied the first year and I just kept applying. And then this past, I think it was March, I think, is when we found out that, or it got released, who was in RBC. And it is really exciting. It feels really good to know that there are businesses and like RBC, like this bank, that want to support talent and art and passion. I think that that's just so important, and it's been such a big blessing to be a part of it, and so many opportunities and learning experiences, and yeah, it's been awesome. And I even got to meet. I'm in Calgary, but a lot of the artists are a little bit of Toronto based, and I had a gig here in Calgary, and they flew out a Toronto artist named Kenan, and I got to meet him, so that was really fun. So it's just a really great connection, connecting, platform.
Now, for folks who may not know what this is, can you explain what it is, please? Because this is something that is really great for the future of many Canadian artists.
Yeah, I agree. So basically, RBC, the way that I've described it to like family and friends is that it's kind of like a uh, remote, sort of, which is really handy right now, a remote kind of artist development and support program. So RBC, basically there's things like workshops. So every Monday, there's workshops on things that aren't necessarily like, oh, this is how you sing or this is how you write a song, but it's more of like the business side of music, which is really helpful and something that I think a lot of artists need and should and want to know for themselves, so that you can understand and represent yourself when you're in the room with other people, whether that's management or booking tours or creating artist landing pages, things like that. And RBC also provides some performance opportunities, which is so incredible and definitely something that I know all of the artists are very appreciative, because for so long we couldn't, and it was really hard. And even getting back into it, you don't know like who's doing it, who's not doing it. Nobody knows us anymore. And so RBC is definitely a really great connecting system for that.
What do you think it's going to do for you for your future?
Oh, I've already had, the opportunities of the gigs that they've set up for me
Hmm.
have been, I think that's the best thing, because it's a face-to-face connection with somebody, and it's a real life representation of who you are in your music. And so I think that's probably the biggest thing for me, is that I finally got to get out and perform and grow fans. So
I love it. Now, let's go back to what we were talking about before from the last time we spoke. And if I remember, was the song Blame It On Me or...
yeah, yeah, it was
Okay,
Blame It On Me.
so that's what we were talking about when you when you released that song. To remind folks, what's that song about?
Blame It On Me was basically my kind of relaunch of my genre and self, as I kind of transitioned from country to pop. And so I'm in the pop realm now, and that was kind of my big push. So Blame It On Me was this really like confidence anthem. It was a really big kind of dance song. It was really happy and confident and all these things that kind of just pushed the transparency of, okay, I'm gonna do pop now. So that's what that was last year, and since then I've released 4 singles, I think.
Oh,
5
wow.
now. Yeah, like the whole year, this whole year has been a huge kickoff. So
Okay, because here you are, you've got this new music, but you're also dealing with as an emerging artist. You were dealing with COVID. You're making these changes. How tough was it for you to go from one genre to another, knowing the world is going to you know what? You never knowing if you're going to have performances or not having performances. You didn't know anything about RBC really just yet. What was that all like swirling for you, and what kept you going forward?
I think that as much as sometimes social media gets a little bit of a bad rap for even in times of COVID where that was kind of all we had, and there's so much comparison and all these things, and you see other people making it, you're like, shoot, like you can't kind of help but compare. But I think that social media, especially TikTok, which really took off during COVID, was a platform that really helped me, and I really took advantage of because I just had fun with it. And so I think that utilizing social media, because as we were all stuck at home in bed with our phones, that's all we had. And so I really utilized that. And I think that was actually one of the things that RBC had said kind of caught their eye about me was my TikTok platform, because I had kind of started it with honestly something that wasn't even music, which was so bizarre. Like I think it was like a video of me cutting my hair, and it got like 1.5 million views or something like that. And then after that, I just did it for fun. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. And I still am doing it. And it's genuinely such a platform that I've used to reach fans, to be relatable. It's more kind of candid, and it's less of like, let me make my life look perfect and show you actually I'm just another person and I relate just like you. So
I think that's so important. If there's one thing that drives me crazy about social media, or people who keep trying to put it up as, hey, this is great. Oh, life is fantastic. Oh, I'm so in love with this person. And then, of course, 5 months later, you're like, where's that person you're in love with? I don't want to talk about it, you know?
yeah.
So, yeah. But something else, and correct me if I'm wrong, during this time, did you become an award winner?
I got nominated for a Yyc Music Award actually just recently. So that was really exciting.
Oh, congratulations. Now, what's the award you were nominated? What is it called again?
I'm nominated for Pop Recording of the Year for my single Just Like That, which came out in December.
And sorry, the award again. What is it called again? The what
The
awards?
the Pop Recording of the Year
No, no, no,
for
not
the
that. The
Yyc
actual
Music.
the actual award show. What is it called again?
Oh, the Yyc Music Awards.
What is that?
So the Yyc Music Awards is actually something that I've been a part of since 2018. I think 2018 was the first time that I had applied, and it's basically a Calgary homegrown award show for Calgary music, celebrating and representing Calgary musicians. And so in 2018, I actually, funny enough, it's a little bit full circle, because in 2018 I randomly released a pop song after doing 3 country songs, and I ended up winning that award in 2018 when I was 16. And I remember there was no way I was gonna win. Like in my mind, I was like, no way. And so I'm sitting there, and I had my friends and family there, and they called my name, and I looked at my mom. I'm like, huh? Like what? And because it was just this random pop song that I had released, and it's actually no longer out, because we had kind of rebranded since then. But it feels a little bit full circle that that I think that song was a little bit what sparked my love of pop, and then winning that award is like, oh, maybe I can do pop. And so being nominated for kind of this relaunch of music in the pop category is really special.
So, sir, what's the song called again that you're nominated for?
It's called Just Like That.
And what's that song about?
That song it's funny. It's a really flirty, girly song about, I want that guy and I'm going to do anything I'm going to do to get him. And in all honesty, I'm not really like that. And so I struggled a lot with that song. I wrote it, and it came from my brain and my heart, but I struggled a lot visually, especially with that song. And because I wasn't sure, like, I'm girly, but I'm not like very forward or anything like that. And so I think that song kind of like pushed me out of my comfort zone. But so for the video, I was like, okay, it's very girly. Like I could go 2 ways with this. I could go girly, flirty, like really dress it up, really make it cutesy and all these things. Or we could go dark. And so my all-time favorite TV show is called Dexter, which is about it's about a serial killer. And they had just relaunched that show when that song came out, which was really fun for me. And so for the video, I made it that I basically tie up this guy in my garage and I'm like, you're gonna go on a date with me. You're gonna love me. Like,
I love that idea.
Yeah, so I kind of was like, okay, I can make it predictable or I could really not make it predictable. And that's kind of the way we went with it. And so it was really fun. So basically the song is in itself is very cutesy girly. I love you. I'm going to get you whatever I do. But the visual is very juxtaposing in the sense where it's like, no, I'm going to get you no matter what. So
Femme fatale. I love this. But what's even more special? You've got new music out, don't you?
I do indeed.
What's the new single called, and what's that one about, please?
My new single came out on Friday, July 15th, and it is called Party for Two. And this song is really special to me, and because I think it's really lighthearted, it's really happy and bubbly, and that is who I am. I'm a very bubbly person. And it's a bit of another full circle moment because, as I said, I had transitioned from country to pop, and this is a pop song and it's landed on Spotify pop playlist, which is really like, people think I'm pop, like that's good, like we're getting there. And but Party for Two, that title itself, is actually a song that Shania Twain has as well, and Shania Twain is of course a Canadian pop country legend, and so and I remember singing that song as a kid, and that's not the inspiration for the song, but it that kind of full circle moment of like, okay, like country to pop to childhood to adulthood, all these things. And so Party for Two I wrote last year with Nathan Ferrero, and the song is about falling in love in the summertime and sneaking around and you know, the kind of bubbly, euphoric, nostalgic feeling of falling in love in summer. Because I feel like for anybody, you know, summer comes and it's all of a sudden it's like you're in a indie like youth film or something like that, and everything is just 10 times better. So that's what this song is, and I'm really proud of it. I think that it's a song that really represents my heart and my genre and kind of my journey through the genres. Yeah.
I hope it becomes a summer staple point where 20 years from now, those kids, as I could call them, can say, you know what really reminded me of the summer of 2022? And they talk about your song. And I hope that happens
I
for
hope
you.
so. Thank you.
EP coming out or an album?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, she's going to let us wait. That's okay. But what about performances? Are we going to be looking at any of that towards the end of this summer and going into fall?
You know, performances are a really funny thing. They kind of pop up when they pop up, and it's this weird thing. I just finished Stampede, and so that was great because Stampede always offers great opportunity for performances. And I performed at a venue that I wasn't old enough to perform at before COVID, and then I got an opportunity to perform there now, and I'm almost 20, and in Canada, like the legal age is 18, or Alberta, and so it felt really good to be able to perform there. And that was at the King Eddie, where the Rolling Stones have this studio, and so many people have recorded really cool things there. So that was really exciting. That performance was awesome. I performed at the Banff Springs, and that was a performance through RBC, which was awesome. It was so fun. And I think that these performances are starting to get me a little bit out of my comfort zone, where like
Nice.
this Banff Springs gig, which is, I live like 40 minutes from Banff, was the first time I've ever been alone. So it was like, I've never been alone. So staying overnight somewhere alone was like, whoa, like I'm a grown up now. And, and so that was really fun. But all my performances are always posted on my socials, and I take people along. I took people along on TikTok for the whole, I'm going on a trip alone thing. And so, yeah.
So happy for you. Congratulations, of course, with first up with our RBC Music. Congratulations on the new single. Looking forward to everything you're doing. Crossing fingers that you and I get a chance to talk before the holidays. Yeah, believe it or not, people are going to start thinking about Christmas. So, you know, any chance you might release a Christmas song? Any thoughts on that?
I don't know about Christmas song, but I definitely have new and more music coming very, very soon.
You are a star. Jennie, thank you again for the interview. Congratulations on all your success, and let's definitely talk soon.
Thank you so much.